Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to attempt to do something I haven't done before, and I want to make rose water to place in a mist bottle. And so I have some supplies here. I have a 3.4 ounce throwawayable. Actually, I'm going to reuse these. Yeah, because I'm cheap, I'm frugal. And 3.4 ounce bottles that I got on Amazon. I got I think 30 of them for like $5. Pretty good, huh? And I got some rosebuds that are dried on Etsy. And these really smell really great. They're organic. And they were a little pricey. And so what I'm going to do is I have other supplies here. I have glass bowls with lids. I have cheesecloth so I can strain the juices out of the rose. Out of the dried petals from the roses, that is. I have some rose oil, which is essential oil, not fragrance oil. There's a difference. I have a little funnel, and I have some distilled water. I decided I don't want to use tap water because there's too many minerals in the tap water that may actually alter the recipe. All right, so let's begin. Oh, and I forgot to say how much petals. So what I'm going to do is I have a half a cup of petals here, and I'm going to put probably about a cup and a half of water. I'm going to actually boil that. So let me show you how I do this. And let's see if it works even. All right, so to begin, I don't have a bowl big enough, so I have two small bowls. So I'm going to divide this up. I needed bowls with covers, and I didn't have jars big enough for this project. So this is what I have to work with. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to put half and half. So half of this cup, this measuring cup, and then the other half in the other bowl. I'm going to try to be pretty precise if I can. Okay, that looks about even, I'd say. And now I'm going to boil the water. So I changed the recipe a little. So I boiled 2 cups of water instead of, like I said, 1.5. So I'm just going to make sure I cover the petals. Just enough water to cover these petals. And what's going to happen is the roses are going to actually sop up this liquid. And in a moment, I'm just going to push them down into the water. Just want to make sure I got an equal amount. So we have a little extra that we probably don't need. And let me just get a little spatula. I just want to make sure all of them are wet. Now, I've never done this before, so many of you may have already done this, and you're probably telling me, I'm doing it all, you're probably saying I'm doing it all wrong. And who knows, maybe I am. But you learn something new every day, so this is a new experience for me, and I'm just assuming how to make this, so it could be wrong, but I won't know until I'm done, and everything's all finished. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this stew basically for 30 minutes. So I'm going to put the lid on it, and we're going to keep the boiling water stewing the rose petals, and let the steam build up with the lids on it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put those lids on, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes. So I'm checking on it. So there's probably 20 more minutes left for the roses to stew in the hot water. And what I did was, I'm not going to lie, I added, so if you're trying to do this at home, I added another small handful of rose petals to each glass bowl. And I did add another half of a cup, but divided amongst these 2 bowls of hot water. And so I added that. And now I got some more bottles because I'm going to make more rosewater spray. And I have, again, I have my essential oils. This is all good for your skin. It's not fragrance oil. There's a difference between fragrance oil and essential oil. Essential oil comes from plants, and are natural, and fragrance oils are like man-made oils that are made to replicate the odors of certain plants and flowers and herbs. So actually I'm going to pick up one of the glass bowls to show you how the progress is coming. So you can see the color of the water. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to show you. Here we go. It's starting to pinken up. Now apparently when the rose petals turn very, very pale pink, or no color, you know, and have colorless looking petals, that's when it's done. And we're getting there. So here's the petals. This is the petals that I got from Etsy. And you can see how dark they are. And then now you can see how pale these are getting. So this is actually working. All right, well, I didn't have the proper stuff on hand, so I have to improvise a little. If I would have had a glass beaker with a pouring spout, it would be way better. Generally, you want to use glass when you make any kind of things with essential oils or any kind of plant or herb oils. So since I don't have a glass beaker or a glass like little measuring cup with a pouring spout, I'm going to improvise, and what I'm going to do is it's going to be messy all over the counter, but I got a cheesecloth and I placed the rubber band around it. And you don't want the petals to go in the bottle, you just want those like juices and those oils. And I'm going to actually show you, look how beautiful this water looks. It's very rosy and very pink. So okay, let me begin by pouring this into the cup and try not to spill it all over my counter. So I'm going to go as fast as I can here. And yes, the rose petals are going into here. And I'm going to squeeze out the juices with the cheesecloth to get as much as I can out of here. And why am I wearing these stupid gloves right now? It's because I hate the way my hands look. They're so dry. Maybe the rose oil will help to lubricate my hands, and they won't be so dry and I won't be so ashamed to show them in a YouTube video. Alright, so without this ricocheting across the room, let me just pull down the rubber band a moment. And oh crap. Okay. Yep, I knew this was gonna happen. Blooper time. Okay, no use crying over spilled rose water. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to try this again. And this time without the bloopers. Okay, and it's going to be a pain in the ass, excuse my language. I know this is supposed to be a Zen video, but I'm not feeling Zen when I make mistakes. It's going to be a pain in the butt pouring it back in to the little bottle. I mean, measuring cup, but what are you going to do, right? Things happen. Now you see the oils leaking through the cheesecloth. Now I do have a couple of stray little rosebuds that I'll fish out of there in a moment. I'll get it with a spoon. But until then, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to milk this for all it's worth. Because these rosebuds were like 25 bucks for a half a pound. So actually it wasn't even a half a pound. It was probably a quarter of a pound of rosebuds. And rosebuds are not cheap, especially the organic dried ones. Alright, so you see, it's still coming out. So if I wouldn't have done this, we would have wasted a lot of water. Look at the color, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to continue to squeeze and milk this. And then I still have the other one to do. Alright, so this video is getting a little long. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, after my little mistake earlier, I learned from it. And, okay, so now this is the rose water after I squeezed it out. You can see it's beautiful. Look at this color. This color is just exceptional. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some rose oil, essential rose oil drops in. I'm going to put about, I'd say about 12. Whoops. Okay, that was more than 12. Let's throw in a couple more. Okay, I don't even know how many there went in there just now. Probably about 20. Who the hell knows? Oh boy, oh boy. This Zen video is turning into stress. Stress 101. All right. So now I'm going to take my funnel and let's hope I don't have a mishap. And before I do so, now another thing, you really need glass, and you really need a glass stirring rod. You can get that from Amazon. It's like a laboratory stirring glass rod, stirrer thing, whatever you call it. You're better off working with glass. But I'm going to mix this up with my rubber spoon right now in my plastic cup, which is not really a good thing. It has something to do with what I read on the internet. It interacts differently with different materials, and glass and ceramic is your best bet. But I certainly don't have every supply needed, and I don't feel like waiting Amazon, for Amazon to deliver a 2-day Prime right now. I'm going to actually sniff this. Oh my God, it smells so good. I kid you not. All right, so I'm going to pour it into the bottle. Bottle number 1. And there goes another blooper. I tried to put Zen music on, and instead we got a computer notification just now. All right, so I'm not filling it all the way. And actually, I'm going to fill the rest of my bottles. I'm going to make a pretty little label for it, and we're going to test it out. Stay tuned. More bloopers. All right, so after making the whole entire video and the product, I forgot to add the main ingredient. And for moisturizing the skin, if you're using this spray for moisturization, did I say that? Moisturizing, instead of just using it as a pillow mist, you need vegetable glycerin. And it's non-scented, and it's pure, and it's very good for the skin. It softens and moisturizes. So if you add this to your spray, you can spray this on your face or on your skin after getting out of the shower. This big bottle here, that is more than enough, cost me about $4.75 on Amazon. I put about half a tablespoon in each 3.4 ounce bottle. And I could have added a little more if I wanted to, and it wouldn't hurt the actual product. So it would have been easier if I could have just mixed it all together at once in the bowl if I didn't forget. But I took a dropper, and I put just enough for it to be about half a tablespoon per 3.4 ounce bottle. Now you can tweak it if you're making it yourself, and you have different size ounceages of, did I say that again? Ounceages, ounce bottles. You can tweak it. You can add a little bit more than half a tablespoon or a little less if you have a smaller bottle. All right, guys, I'm going to show you the finished product right now. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so it's all done, and I made my fancy little labels. And it has my name brand, Futures Past, Rosewater. I couldn't find a picture of rose petals. Oh well, so we have lavender labels. And look how dark the color came out. Look at that beautiful rose oil color. It's actually rose water, but it came out almost like an oil. I guess the oils came out of the buds with the hot water, which is really cool. And I just shook it up really good, and I tested it out. I sprayed it actually on my face, and it was really, really refreshing, and it felt really good on my skin. And it made my skin feel nice and soft afterwards. So this was a lot of fun. Sorry for the expletives and the bloopers, but I had a blast making it. Hopefully you will too. All right, guys, so long, and have a great evening or a great day wherever you are in the world.